What up, my fellow Knicks fans? This is your guy Marcellus Ease, and don't panic quite yet. Now, this season was a tough job for Dave Fizdale to come to the Knicks and take over a team that was filled with guys that were barely holding on into staying into the NBA league. Guys like Emmanuel Mudiay, Mario Hezonja, Trey Burke, Joakim Noah, Noah Vonleh. A lot of these guys were guys that were just hanging on to their careers, and they had to come into this season to prove themselves in order just to stay in the league. Not even just to stay on the Knicks, just for other teams that when they become free agents to become interested in them. They were all here to prove themselves. Now you combine that with a bunch of rookies, guys like Mitchell Robinson, Alonzo Trier, Kevin Knox, and somewhat Frank Ntilikina still. You combine that with young talent, it's not that much to work with. Fizdale was able to keep the team competitive, especially in the later days of November, all the way up into the games before Christmas. The Knicks lost a lot of close games. They were very competitive, but there became a point in the season when the Knicks hit that rookie wall. That 82-game scheduling has gotten to some of these guys, and it began on that West Coast trip in January, where it just seems like a lot of the guys hit the wall. But with Fizdale, you also seen guys buy in and improve over the season. Emmanuel Mudiay especially. Now, he was hanging on to a thread to stay within the NBA, but now he's probably going to get teams interested in him as he definitely improved. As you've seen, he went all out for Fizdale. He actually bought into Fizdale, which is great to see the Knicks have a coach that has that type of impact. Same thing for Mitchell Robinson. You've seen Mitchell Robinson become better over the season, especially in the last month. He's shown his potential. Now, Fizdale has done a great job of holding all these guys accountable. Guys were benched, like Frank Ntilikina. Mudiay was benched a couple of times. Pretty much everybody was benched. Cantor, when he was on the team, even though he's clearly the best center, he was benched, especially after that game in Chicago where he was bullshitting and he let that rookie get all those points inside the paint. So Fizdale has held guys accountable, keep guys on their toes. No starting positions were guaranteed. The Knicks going forward next season should have a lot more cap space. And even though if they don't get a top tier free agent, they should be able to get a lot more mid-tier NBA level talent so Fizdale can work with them so they can make it a lot easier on these rookies. So perhaps it'll take a lot less pressure on them and allow them to flourish a bit more, because talent was definitely an issue this season with the Knicks. We didn't have enough mid-tier talent on the team. But like I said, Fizdale kept a lot of these Knicks games competitive. A lot of us have seen the difference between the previous years, especially with Jeff Hornacek and Derek Fisher years. The Knicks, they had a lot much better talent on their team, but there were a lot of games where this team wasn't even competitive at all. But this season, the Knicks had a lot less talent, and there was a lot of games where the Knicks were going back and forth with, taking the lead and losing the lead and then blowing close games in the fourth quarter. So this is pretty impressive by Dave Fizdale, I would say, in my opinion. Definitely, like I said, he has a combination of guys hanging on to stay in the NBA and, a bunch of young guys. So that's not really that much to work with, but, he somehow made it work. I know the Knicks' losing record was really bad this season. But like I said, we have to look in these games. There was a lot of close games where the Knicks just couldn't close out in the fourth quarter, which was a huge issue this season. But like I said, we have a lot of young guys. These type of things are expected. And then also when the young guys were very inconsistent, Fizdale held them accountable, and he even held the veterans accountable. So this is great to see. So you guys let me know what you think. Do you guys think Fizdale going forward will show much more improvement? Did you guys like the job that he did this season? Did you think that the players bought in? Let me know what you think. You guys stay safe. Peace.